It happened on an ordinary autumn morning, the kind where people hurry to work, clutching coffee cups, unaware that their next step could be their last. What no one knew was that a man had entered the station that day with only one goal: to leave the world in flames. The footage begins at 7:42 a.m. Toronto Union Station, one of the busiest transit hubs in North America. A river of people moves in every direction. Students, bankers, mothers holding their children's hands. And then, there's him. A man in a gray hoodie, walking with calculated calm. He doesn't push through the crowd. He doesn't look around nervously. He simply walks, as if he belongs there. But in his backpack is the kind of device designed not to hurt one person, but hundreds. His name, at least the one investigators could track, was Adam K. Born in the UK, radicalized online by a group that promised him purpose, revenge, belonging. He wasn't a criminal. He wasn't violent. He was a quiet, lonely man who fell into the wrong digital shadows. And those shadows had plans for him. At 7:46 a.m., Adam sat on a bench near the central platform. He placed his backpack between his feet, and for a moment, he froze. Not out of fear, but out of conflict. In his ear, a small, hidden earpiece crackled. Proceed. But then something happened the handlers didn't anticipate. A child, barely 5 years old, wandered away from her mother and stood right in front of him. Her eyes were innocent, curious, warm. "Sir, your bag is beeping." Adam's heart stopped. The child had no idea what she was hearing. But he knew. He knew exactly. And in that moment, the mission cracked. Adam rose from the bench, suddenly trembling. He grabbed the bag. He pushed through the crowd. And for the first time that morning, he ran. Security cameras traced him sprinting toward a restricted maintenance corridor. What the public didn't know at the time was that 2 agencies were already watching him. XIS in Canada and MI5 in the UK. They had been tracking an online cell for months, and Adam was their missing link. When he broke the pattern, when he ran, every alarm went off. Inside the maintenance corridor, Adam dropped to his knees. Tears, shaking hands, whispers of regret. He pulled the device from the bag and deactivated it with a code only he knew. When the tactical team reached him, he wasn't violent. He wasn't angry. He wasn't even trying to escape. He simply said, "I didn't want to kill the little girl." No news outlet ever released his full story. Some parts were classified. Others were buried to prevent copycats. But behind closed doors, investigators described it as the closest North America came to another mass casualty attack that the public never knew about. Adam didn't go free. He faced consequences, but he also provided intel that dismantled the cell that recruited him. In a strange, tragic way, his hesitation saved more than lives. It stopped a chain reaction plan to spread beyond Canada into the US and the UK. Sometimes the monsters we fear are not born monsters at all. Sometimes they are people who lost their way, pulled into darkness until a single human moment pulls them back. And sometimes, the difference between tragedy and survival is just one little girl hearing a sound no one else did.